Hi, I'm Jay Richards with the Discovery Institute. We are at the COSM 2022 conference, and we just had an amazing panel called the new Nanocosm with several experts in nanotechnology, and I am joined by Shlomo Nedvetzki, who is the CTO of Nanorobotics. Shlomo, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so first tell me a little bit about the panel. I know it covered lots of different subjects and you have a particular cover, but try to give folks a brief summary of what was happening.
My specialist, I'm coming from the pharma of the biotech. So I spoke about the use of nanotechnology, nanomachine, our company in the biotech field. There's another person called John Wanderwer. He is using another issue called graphene. So graphene is for industry, manufacturing, and it was another one talking about energy. So it was a panel, but each one in the panel has its own specific area. So it wasn't like a panel with one area.
Yes, and the graphene, I mean, he's with Universal Matter and these amazing kind of materials developments that are just staggering. But I suspect for most people, nanotechnology actually in biotech and medicine is going to be where it touches them. So tell us a little bit about that, about the innovations that are happening in nanotechnology when it comes to biotech and medicine.
So the innovation in nanotechnology major is delivering drugs to specific places in the body.
I see.
That's what they basically using those nanomachines, or even like slow release in some parts of the body or specific areas of infection or cancer or whatever. Differently, we using nanotechnology for specific killing cancer.
Oh, interesting.
So
that's what you're doing. So on the one hand, there is using this as a machine to deliver some medicine that you wouldn't want spread throughout the body to a particular place. But then also using nanobots to target cancer specifically. So what is this for people? This sounds scary to people, honestly, because they're picturing little monsters, and so that you don't want that mental image.
So I will try not to scare people. We're talking about basically an organic molecule.
Okay.
It's like Advil is organic molecule.
Yes.
And antibiotics is organic molecule. It's very small molecule, not 1 nanometer.
Okay. So we're talking atomic scale.
Very tiny, an atomic scale that we just incubate with the tumor cells. So we administrate them locally on the tumor.
And then they're activated in some way?
So since the molecules are very, very small, you cannot restore the energy for activation in the molecule.
Right.
So you need to come from outsource. So, and what we're using is light. This first generation molecule is visible light.
Visible light, okay. But which I assume doesn't penetrate very far.
Yeah, so visible light penetrates like 1 to 2 millimeter.
So would this be for skin cancer, or what would this be for?
So our first indication for proof of concept, we choose non-melanoma skin cancer.
Okay.
So that will be for us the easiest way for proof of concept. It's dermatologists using light, different type of floods, like phototherapy all the time.
Exactly. That's happening.
Standard of care.
So we're talking something like basal cell carcinoma, something like that.
Yeah.
And so where is this in development at the moment? Is it being used yet in this way? Or?
Well, it's being used on mice.
On mice, so
we not just finished the proof of concept stages.
Okay.
And we now starting developing like late development of like safety and toxicity on bigger large animals. We're preparing the product for clinical trials, and we believe to start the clinical trial in 2024.
Oh, that's very exciting. And so you said, at least right now with proof of concept, you're doing visible light, but I take it you are in the future, you're picturing also some more deeper applications.
So still, since visible light penetrate only like 1 or 2 millimeter,
right?
We want to use the near infrared light. So near infrared light penetrate more than 10 centimeters.
Much longer wavelengths.
Much longer wavelength. But for that, we need a different molecule that we will able to activate with infrared light. So in those days, in Professor James Tour lab, they developing molecules that will be activated
with infrared.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be the trick. And in this case, the possible applications could be a tumor deep in the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you will inject your nanomachines to the tumor and come from outside. Okay. Now we will use indications that already being used with phototherapy. Mm-hmm. So let's say bladder cancer or glioblastoma or even lung cancer, depending on stage and the places. They're using esophagus cancer.
Oh, esophageal cancer?
Esophageal cancer,
okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Cancer.
Yes.
When they're using already phototherapy,
I see.
We'll use it to activate our nanomachine.
Okay, so there's a kind of natural pathway then. Yeah. And so what happens, I'm trying to ask the questions that I know would occur to someone that's completely outside the field. What happens to these nanobots when they're not being activated? After the therapy happens, let's say this is activated with an infrared, then what happens with them?
So after, when we turn off the light,
yes,
they stop activation. Any molecule have an half-life. Yes. Because basically it's small organic molecule. Right. In our body, we have a lot of enzymes, we have a lot of oxygens, and they start ripping apart.
Yes.
They dissolve, they rip apart, or they will clear from our body via the urine or the feces.
Oh, okay. So they're not staying. Yeah, I just know because the way these words are. When people hear nanobot, they're picturing little pieces of metal that don't go anywhere, which I know is not what's happening.
It's not metal. It's organic molecule that will disappear.
So what if you were going to make predictions? Do you think we're just sort of right at the beginning of this revolution for nanotechnology in medicine? Where are we on the sort of growth of this?
I think we're in the beginning. For nanotechnology, it's the last decades.
Yes.
That people already minimized stuff and trying to be more specific with the drugs and specific medicine. Yes. Specific human medicine, and everything is now going there.
Okay.
And it's not only nanotechnology. I think another thing is combination. So the big pharma already understand that we need combination of different therapies.
Different things, gene therapy, traditional.
Immunotherapy and traditional therapy all together to try to solve this issue.
That makes sense. Yeah. And skin cancer is so common and so prevalent that it's really nice to first develop it in that area, actually. It's wonderful. Well, this is exciting stuff. Shlomo, good to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I'm Jay Richards, and we are at the COSM 2022 conference.